This is not a tutorial. I'm basically pretending this is like an interview and I'm trying to like solve the problem the first time I see it. Okay, given the root of a binary tree, return the level order traversal of its nodes values from left to right, level by level. Okay, so this just looks like a breadth first search, but the way I'm gonna do it is like might be depth first. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna do recursion on the left and then recursion on the right, and then I just combine the things. Okay, I actually can't figure this one out, but that's actually a good thing because I shouldn't be able to solve all of these, right? So this is a learning opportunity. So in this video, I guess I'm just gonna look at the solution and then understand it and then write my own. So here we go. Okay, so I looked over the solution and yeah, I feel like I've probably done this before with breadth first search, but yeah, you don't use recursion for breadth first search. You use a queue, which makes a lot of sense, and I kind of recall doing that, but it's been a while. But anyways, yeah, this is a really good learning opportunity. So I'm gonna go ahead and solve it without looking at the solution, even though I've seen it obviously, but um, so you have a resulting array, and then you have a queue, and in the queue, I'll just put the root for now. And then I want to loop through the queue. So while queue dot length is greater than 0, so while the queue is not empty, right? So for each iteration of this while loop, you want to take what you're looking at the queue currently, which is queue at 0, right? And then you want to take the value there and push it to result. Because, like for example, in this example, right? The first root is this 3 here, and then so q at 0.val would be like the actual 3 value, and then you want to push it to the resulting array, which is the beginning of this. Oh, actually, it needs to be in an array. Okay, I didn't account for this. Like, I don't remember reading this part in the solution, but each of the values need to be separated into their own arrays, or like the levels. Like this first level has a 3, so this array only has a 3, and then this second level has 9 and 20, so it has 9 and 20. The issue is it's not always consistent, right? Like the third level, you'd expect to have 4 elements, but because 9 doesn't have any children, it only has 2. So I have to have a way to know how many children, right? To do that, let's have first like a temporary array, which is going to be like each of these things. And then let's have a count. And let's just set that to, let's set it to 1, because in the first iteration, we always know that this first level will always have 1 element, right? So instead of result.push here, we'll do temp.push. So temp.push is signifying, okay, we push this 3 into the temp array, and then now we want to know like, hey, are we done with this level? Well, if, and then we do count minus minus, right? And then if count is 0, meaning we're done with the level, we want to result.push temp, and then we want to set temp back to empty. Even before this, right? After we push this 3, we now need to move this 9 and this 20 into the queue. So let's do that. Let's say, so if q at 0 dot left exists, so it has a left child, then push the left child, right? Q dot push q 0 dot left, and then count. Ooh, this is a different count though. Okay, so we're gonna have 2 counts, and I'm not gonna signify what they mean, but I know what they mean. So count 2, let's just set it to 0. So count 2 plus plus, and then if q at 0 dot right, q dot push. So like similar story, right? If it has a right child, push it, and then up the count. And then after that, we don't need this first root anymore, so we can q dot shift. Count is already reset. We need to at some point set count to, right, if count reaches 0, then you're on the next level, so count is equal to count 2. And then count, we have to reset count 2 as well. I might have forgotten something, but let's try this first. Return results. Okay, yeah, it's possible that root is just null. So I'll just have like a edge case here. If there's no root, I just return that. Okay. Hey, it works. Let's try to submit it. And we got it. This is definitely different from the solution I read. It's because when I read the solution, I wasn't accounting for the fact that each of the numbers here have to be in their own array. So I wonder how they did that. Oh, I didn't see this. Okay, they had a for loop inside their while loop. They have a current level, which is basically my temp array. Okay, so similar story. Their solution is probably somewhat nicer than mine. But yeah, this makes sense in my head, and that's the video. Thanks for watching.